Welcome back, my friends, to Scale Model Kit Review Studio, and welcome back to another model kit review. This time it is the UMA model AV-8B Harrier 2 Plus. Now this was just released this year in 2025. It's a fantastic kit and it is a true multimedia kit, meaning you receive polystyrene plastic along with resin cockpit details, which are these right here, and you also receive metal parts, photo etch parts, and they do give us some masking materials for all this. Here's a photograph of the built-up kit. And two squadrons are represented here. VMA 214 from 2016 and also from 2003, and lastly VMA 111 from 2019. The decals are from Cartograph, and this is UMA model first release, and I must say it definitely has my attention. They have announced a new release up and coming, and it is a fighter from the Chinese Air Force. I'll show you that here. So this kit is 1/48 scale, or what we call quarter scale. Kit number D1001, wingspan of 195 millimeter, fuselage 303 millimeter. Let's go ahead and look inside the box. Jam-packed full of parts here. What stands out to me right away is the slide molding tooling that I can notice right away, but everything is in a kind of a dark gray plastic, and I'm not going to go through all of this right away. However, I will go through this and show you all the contents. I'll be right back. And here's the first tree. This is the top and bottom of the wing, what I see, one of the engine inlets. I do observe very fine rivet detail and raised and recessed panel line detail. It's very nice here. The attachment points are very fine and look to be very easy to remove. The plastic is reminiscent of the soft polystyrene we see most often with Airfix kits. So I don't know if that's a plus or a minus when it comes to that. Here's a close-up of the detail of the upper wing. The detail is so fine here, you'd want to be really careful with what kind of primer you lay down on top of this and how thick of a paint you're going to put on it. Now, most of these aircraft have been around a long time, and as we know, the Marine Corps is replacing these with the F-35, and these will just be around for a very short time. And it's a real shame that we're finally receiving a kit of this quality this late in the game for this aircraft. And they do give us a really nice jig here for the missiles. And the next bag contained two trees. Very nice raised and recessed detail here. Rivet detail. chaff and flare, pylons, access panels, rivets, detail on both sides of this, slide molding, wingtips, air refueling probe, retracted, extended, very fine details. And some of the external stores found on M1. Fuel tank, M2 tree contains much of the same here. Very fine there. The next tree contains parts that are of the flight control surfaces, vertical stabilizer, elevators, flaps, ailerons. Vertical stabilizer, elevators, parts of the flaps, extended and retracted. Ailerons, details on both sides of the elevators and on the flaps. And more slide molding there. Next tree contains parts for the ejection seat, canopy details, wheel well details, instrument panels, And landing gear details. Separate wheels and tires. And the next tree gives us the forward fuselage, nose cone, and of course the fuselage is traditionally molded in half, along with chaff and flare dispensers. Slide molding incorporated to give you more detail. And here are the fuselage halves, left and right. The detail here is very fine, rivet detail, slide molding to give us details on the side. Access panels look to be very good. Panel lines look good. Recessed detail, raised detail looks very good. Here's the other side. Again, raise detail where it needs to be. And bags of weapons here. I'm not going to remove them from the bags. These are all very nice here, very finely molded. Lantern pod, all that stuff. Again, more of the same. Here are the nozzles. Fine detail there. More of the nozzles from the compressor section. And the exhaust deflectors. And two different engine inlets. Let's look at the one for traditional flight mode, non-hovering. Very detailed there, very nice. And then the inlets for hovering, vertical takeoff, have the inlets opened up for additional airflow. And here are the tires. They are polystyrene, obviously molded separately. We have the nose wheel and the two main landing gear tires. And note that they do show weight on. Very fine tread. And no branding is stamped on these tires. And we did get a little box here to protect the canopy frame. If I remove that, you can see that there. And here's the clear parts. We get two canopies and one windscreen, along with some navigation lights. And you can see the difference between the two canopies. We do have the option to install that on the other canopy. And the windscreen itself, I did notice there is a seam right down the middle of it, so that will need to be addressed, as the windscreen for this aircraft never had a seam in it. But it is small, shouldn't be hard to fix. And in the bottom of the box are the kit instructions here. These are very nice, booklet style, stapled. Very detailed here. Talks about the masks, the resin printed decals for the instrument panels, parts layout, and of course our instructions. Step by step. Very nice here. Should be very easy to follow. Very nice. And received a bag with the photo etch parts. It's a very small fret of photo etch. Our metal parts, a correction here. The resin printed decals, and these are traditional decals. You don't use any water on them. You simply pull them off the backing, and you can use some super glue to help glue them down in place. And of course markings for 3 different aircraft. And we did receive very nice fold out with all the different aircraft contained within this. We also received a flyer showing all the cockpit sticker series that they do offer through Landbow, and some of the 1 350 or 700 figures, sailors, marines, and such for ships. And again, more stickers for cockpit series. So anywhere from F-16s, Mirage 2000s, Longbow Apache, helicopters, AH-1Z Viper. So they have it. And they also do offer, I did see some aftermarket cockpits and other accessories for this kit. And there you go. That was an open box review, the scale model kit review studio way, of the UMA model AV-8B Harrier 2 Plus in 1/48 scale, brand new tool, brand new kit from this company, and I must say I'm looking forward to the next release that they are coming out with. If there's anything in this review that I did not show you and you want to see it, just reach out to me in the comments below. I did purchase this on my own. I pre-ordered it before the IPMS Nationals, and it arrived probably around 2 weeks after the IPMS Nationals. I do know that some people were able to pick this up while they were at the Nationals, and some people have gotten early release copies of this. But I look forward to building this, so stay tuned for that on my channel. So if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. Happy modeling, everybody, and take care.